I'm super stoked because we finally got the slip-on exhaust for the Scrambler 1000. I want to give a huge shout out to NCB Performance. They're an online website. They do a lot of part sales for Can-Ams and Polaris, and they hooked us up with RJWC APX slip-ons for the Scrambler 1000, which I am super stoked to see. So without any further ado, let's cut this thing open because I think there's some bonus parts in here too. Wow, there's a lot of stuff in here. Here is a RJWC high flow air filter, so that's sweet. Oh wow. What do we have here? J-Parts bearing clamp, steering bearing. This must be like a common wear item or a weak point on the factory side. J-Parts is also out of Europe as well as RJWC, and I know that a lot of their products more or less refine the factory products that they replace. So we have that bearing clamp, J-Parts drag link steering, Polaris S. Well, some quality looking stuff. I don't know where this goes. These are bonus parts, so thank you NCB Performance for sending some extra stuff. What else do we have here? A quiet core. Now who would want a quiet core? That's a ludicrous idea. I don't know if we're gonna open that right now. Oh wow. This is like the Y pipe that goes into, I'm assuming it's a single header. I've never seen the header on the Scrambler 1000, so really quality craftsmanship, it looks like. Pretty awesome. There's some cool stickers in here. That's pretty sweet. You don't see companies making stuff like this. All right, let's look at these mufflers, man. Wow. Man, the badge on here is sick, dude. Woo! Look at that thing. Wow. It's actually not too heavy. It has a nice feel to it, definitely a quality feel. It's pretty heavy duty, man. Some thick material here. Solid welds. I want to see what's in this bag because it's not labeled. Spark arresters. Looks like mounting hardware, that's what's in here. So these are gonna go underneath the muffler. Here's another half. And all the hardware. Wow. So we got our mounting hardware. I'm kind of curious as to what one of these quiet cores looks like. Oh wow. I'm sure these holes definitely must affect the way the sound comes through and dissipates. This is technically quite a bit smaller diameter. Probably cuts the diameter by at least in half. If we find time, maybe we'll put it in there just to do a before and after comparison, but we'll see what we can pull off here. Well, we got everything all opened up. I'm super stoked with how everything looks. I'm so excited about the RJWC exhaust. It does not disappoint just looking at it. I cannot wait to hear it. I want to give another huge shout out to Trevor at NCB Performance. He helped make this happen. Thank you so much. If you guys have a Polaris or a Can-Am ATV, definitely hit up their website for parts because I know they're a big destination online. I guess the next stop would be to go to Jay's at Illinois Powersports, get this thing on the dyno, maybe do some before and after numbers here, and see what this exhaust does to the Scrambler. I am so stoked. I cannot wait. Illinois Powersports is a premier destination for all your off-road and tuning needs. Their shop is located west of the Chicago suburbs next to Sycamore Speedway. From fully custom builds to basic bolt-ons and dyno tuning, Jay and his team strive for perfection with every project and are willing to work with any budget. I more than recommend their business and will continue to utilize their services long into the future. Alright, we are officially here at Illinois Powersports. Super excited to see what the Scrambler is going to sound like and what kind of numbers it's going to make on the dyno. It'll be pretty crazy to see this thing on the machine. So we'll get everything unloaded and see how it goes. Alright. It looks really funny on camera. And you got it hooked up quick. wicked sound, man. Just like all the tire sound. And
yeah, it squats hard.
yeah, it just...
That's why we try to squat it down a little bit, pulling down on it so it doesn't have so much flare out when we're done.
Yeah, that is just crazy though.
There's our good run.
That's what it's putting down?
That's what it's putting down.
Ah, I suppose. So it's making, they claim 89.
Yes.
But there's that much loss through the
We
drivetrain?
lose about 40% through the belt.
How does that compare to like a side-by-side? How much power loss there would be? Really, like 40%? Interesting.
It's probably 35-ish if I had to guess.
Cool. Well, that was...
So there's our baseline.
That was crazy fast. So 57 to the ground. And the torque was...
37.5. It fits really good, like as far as the saddle.
It does. You haven't had to fight anything. It all went together.
I don't think we're gonna have to do too much on this thing. You see, the thing is, you're mostly, whenever you hit the throttle, you're at 8,000 RPM. So we need to tune a little tiny block like this, but here, Pete, see how different the map is? Like, see how it's kind of a diagonal, like there's nothing up here, because you'll never ever hit, with the way the drive-by-wire is,
Yeah, that
never
makes
hit
sense.
those cells, so we can't tune them, even with the load cell or anything, but it should be pretty good. So it's too fat. We didn't really see a lot of improvement yet.
You said this, it goes to about 8,000 RPM?
Max of,
7.5 almost?
yeah.
And when you're in a wide open pull like that, is it pretty much just at that RPM?
Yep.
So you're kind of just doing some blanket adjustments almost at different points.
Yep.
Horse and a half, about the same for torque.
But the over rev, see the over rev?
Yeah, the over rev is actually pretty huge on there.
That's just untuned versus just what we did. Now we're heat soaked, so now we're even showing a smaller number.
Yes.
But even though we went up, we're still not showing. If we were to cool the thing all down, factory's red, Bolton stuff on's blue, green is tuned.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the over rev is definitely, it's across the board, more power, aside from the very bottom.
Just for instance, at 50 miles an hour, it almost was 3 horsepower at 50 miles an hour. That's just peaks. We're looking at peaks on the numbers, like I say, remember? So it's just taking this point, that point. As time goes on, as you're getting bigger, it's carrying the power longer. You'll definitely feel that.
Yeah, that's sweet. Do you think the throttle response is up a little bit?
Yes.
Yeah. So overall engine horsepower, if they rate them at 89 and seeing those gains, I mean, is like double what we're seeing, like the actual horsepower gains?
Correct.
So if it's 2.5 is what we're seeing, it's probably like 5 total, something like that.
4.5, 5.
Yeah.
Need a wider quad, Pete.
Gotta get the Raptor out. Yeah.